I want to start by saying I'm not a monster. I just don't think paying for something means you have to give it up the second someone else wants it more. But apparently the entire internet disagrees with me, so here we are. 6 months ago I booked a long-haul flight for a friend's wedding. It was going to be 11 hours in economy, and my back has never forgiven me for a bad car accident a few years back. So I paid an extra $400 to upgrade to an exit row aisle seat with more legroom. I checked in early specifically to lock that seat in. At the gate, a woman who looked to be maybe 7 months pregnant was talking to the gate agent. I didn't think much of it until I sat down and she appeared next to my row with a boarding pass for the middle seat 2 rows back. She asked, very politely at first, if I'd be willing to switch with her so she could have the extra room for her legs and back. I told her I understood, but I'd paid specifically for this seat because of my own back problems, and offered to help her find a flight attendant who might be able to move her to a better spot through the airline instead. She got visibly annoyed and said, "It's just money to you people," which stung, because it very much was not just money to me. I work 2 jobs. She went and got a flight attendant, who asked if I'd consider swapping as a favor. I said no, but I offered my aisle seat further back that had similar legroom in exchange for hers, meeting in the middle. She refused, said it wasn't the same, and spent the rest of boarding muttering to the person next to her, loud enough for me to hear, about how some people have no compassion. I felt guilty the entire flight. I kept replaying it in my head. But every time I did, I came back to the same thought: I have a documented medical reason to need that seat too. I paid extra specifically for it, and I offered a reasonable compromise that was rejected. Needing more room doesn't automatically outrank someone else needing more room, even if one need is more visible than the other. When I told my sister this story, she said I handled it fine. When I told my coworker, she said I should have just given up the seat because it's what a good person would do. Now I'm second-guessing whether being unwilling to sacrifice my own comfort makes me the bad guy here, or whether I'm allowed to hold a boundary I paid for. So, Reddit, AITA for keeping the seat I paid extra for, even after offering a compromise that got rejected?